you know about Roblox hats? These are the defining character traits of every Roblox avatar on Roblox. But did you know that certain Roblox hats used to grant players who worn them special abilities? From a hat that lets you spawn in meteors at will, to a hat that would explode and impact if not worn by an admin? Today, I'm going to be covering the complete history of every Roblox hat that was made in 2008, from the very start to the end in 2009. Let's dive into the crazy history of the Roblox hats from 2008. Before we jump in, I just want to say this is actually a follow-up to my very first video on this topic. In fact, it was the first video I ever posted on this channel. And I've seen your comments asking for a part 2, and you know what? Why not? I've been wanting to do this one for a while. This idea has kept coming back to me because I've always been fascinated by the early days of Roblox, and this is my way of documenting every official Roblox hat, even the forgotten ones. I know that a lot of you will enjoy this one. Alright, so what was the first Roblox hat of 2008? Well, the first hat that was released would release on January 2nd of 2008. We have the Ninja Mask of Shadows. This hat features a black mask that is ever so larger than the character's standard head, with a rectangular hole through which the eyes can see through. Back in the day, Roblox users used to consider the wearers of this hat to be the black ninjas compared to the white ninjas. As it currently sits, the Ninja Mask of Shadows costs 85 Robux, but before Roblox inflation, this item would only cost 12 Robux. Next up, we have our first retexture on the list. Being a retexture of the pink winter cap, blue winter cap is a limited hat that was published on January 2nd of 2008, being purchased for 29 tickets, an old removed currency that was earned for free, before becoming limited in 2010. This item had sold 42,277 copies, and today, there are 23,802 copies left on the market. Ooh-wee, now we have a special item that comes next. The third item that came out in 2008 is the Helm of the Frozen North. This item is a part of the Helm of the Element series, being the second one ever made, with the first one being released in 2007 being the Helm of Secret Fire. The way players got this item is different from how users normally get a Roblox hat. Instead of purchasing one from the catalog, players who played during the Winter Wonderland contest received this helm for submitting a winter-themed building. These were the options players were given to build with: a skating pond, a snow fort, a ski lift, ice sculptures, sleds, or gifts under trees. According to Roblox's blog on the event at the time, buildings will be judged according to originality. Show us something new and exciting. Winteriness is a winter wonderland, you know? Fun. It is your level of fun. Awesomeness. The wow, how did he do that effect? Popularity. If you've had 20 people playing in your map since you've released it, that's gotta count for something. After creating their winter themed place, the builders have to send an email to event@roblox.com and include the following. 1. The words, "I am competing for fame and prizes." 2. Your account name. That account must have the Winter Wonderland place on it. We're not going looking all over these places. Prizes will go to the account name listed here. No substitutions. 3. Call your place something Winter Wonderland, where your account name is in the blank. Example, Reese McBlock's Winter Stronghold. On January 8th, 2008, the winners for the Roblox Winter Wonderland contest were announced in a blog post. The Helm of the Frozen North will be put on the catalog on January 7th of 2008, obviously being on sale. Later on, the item would become limited. There were only ever 242 copies of the item, with there only being 101 copies left in circulation today. The Helm of the Frozen North is worth 170,000 value in Roblox. Hey, real quick, let me know if you enjoy this type of content and want me to make more, possibly in the future. Also, while you're down there, you can subscribe if you want to. Next up, this is one of my favorite items, the IceCrown. The IceCrown is a light blue transparent crown made with tinted ice. The IceCrown was published on January 7th of 2008. Similar to the Helm of the Frozen North, players were awarded the IceCrown who won the Winter Wonderland contest. The hat was later reused as the winner's prize for another building contest, the Winter Playland building contest. This contest was pretty much the exact same as the Winter Wonderland contest. However, this one had 100 winners instead of 34. The winners of the main contest also got the Helm of the Frozen North for free, due to how well their efforts were for their well-built places in the contest. The Winter Playland building contest unlike its previous event, was met with some criticism, since Roblox admins weren't able to look at all the entries, saying too many submissions. This meant that not all of the contestants received a fair shot at winning the prize. Despite the 2D image of the IceCrown on its item page, the hat is rendered differently in-game. Instead of looking like how it does in-game, compared to its item page now, it more resembles how the item looked like how it did in 2017. Also, for some reason, ever since 2022, Roblox profiles with the hat equipped has a white outline around the item. The IceCrown originally had 159 copies. Now, there are only 48 copies left of the item. Today, the item is valued at 1,200,000 Robux. Valkyrie Helm. Valkyrie Helm was a hat that was created by the infamous intern Clockwork. Before being put on the catalog by Roblox on January 26, 2008, it was put on sale for 30,000 ticks at first, then 15,000, and finally 30,000 before it became limited. 11,412 copies were sold, while you could still buy it for ticks. This is the first item for the Valkyrie series. The Valkyrie helm is a reference to the Tri-Ace video game Valkyrie profile Lenneth. This hat is a direct copy of the helm worn by the main character of that game, Lenneth Valkyrie. Just the night before being released, a portion of the Roblox community thought that the item was going to be the prize for the Builderman's Place contest event. It is also shown to be in many user-made advertisements due to its immense popularity. It is often seen on avatars wearing other coveted items, such as the work clock shades and the prankster. Despite being valued at 340,000 Robux, this hat isn't even that rare, with there being around 5,300 copies that are still floating around the Roblox community today. The bandana is next. This hat came to the Roblox catalog on January 27th of 2008. It was originally on sale for 600 tickets before it went off sale on March 23rd of 2016. During the time it was still on sale, the bandana sold 26,794 times. Next item is the antennae. The antenna was put on the catalog on January 28th of 2008. It can still be purchased from 65 to 95 Robux due to the dynamic price floor update. There is a red retexture of this item that was made in 2018 and is still on sale. Sometime between 2015 to 2016, this item appeared yellow due to a bug at the time. There are 89,371 copies that have been purchased so far. Next item, the bucket hat. A bucket hat is a soft cotton hat with a wide and downward sloping brim which is worn by both men and women. The brim offers shade from the sun for your eyes and face. They are usually made from heavy-duty cotton fabric such as denim or canvas, says the Roblox description of the hat. The bucket hat was put on sale on January 28th of 2008, and it could have been purchased for 800 tickets before going off sale on November 16th, 2016. Anyone can cook if you can afford this hat. The chef hat is an item that was published on the catalog on January 28, 2008. It was purchased for 35 tickets before being taken off sale on November 17, 2009. The chef hat as an idea came from Chef Blocks, who would suggest it. The description of the hat is likely a reference to Ratatouille, likely being a reference to the chef character Gustave, who says the catchphrase, "Anyone can cook." The Roblox hat is an item that features a 3D design of the old Roblox logo floating above the player's head. Roblox hat was put on sale on January 28, 2008 for 100 Robux before being taken off sale on April 24th of 2009. 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare a tea war. The Tea Kettle Hat was a hat that was a failed upload 4 separate times before the 5th and final upload was made, with each subsequent upload having its own page on Roblox. The first upload is facing to the right in the preview image instead of the left, like the final version. This variant has 738 favorites. The second Tea Kettle Hat was fixed to face left, but still failed to upload, with this one having 700 favorites. Then there's a third version, which is exactly the same as the last one, but instead being the most unknown out of all of them, with only 627 favorites. And finally, there was one more failed fourth Tea Kettle Hat, with this one having 881 favorites, and being created only 2 minutes before the final version was released. Alright, now time for the 5th and final version, which was actually released. The Tea Kettle Hat was made on January 8th of 2008, originally being made by the admin Clockwork. It could have been bought for 1,337 tickets before it would go off sale on an unknown date and time. In January 2015, the Tea Kettle Hat would go limited, with 5,614 copies sold. During 2008, a red variant of the Tea Kettle Hat was seen on a Roblox testing site, but never officially released. This variant being very similar to how the teapot turret looked like in 2007, another unreleased item made by Clockwork at the time. The Tea Kettle Hat as of today has 3,174 copies and is often sold around the 5k Robux mark, and this version finally fixed the camera for its Roblox page, and it has 17,787 favorites. Kitty Ears is up next. Being added to the Roblox catalog on January 28th of 2008. At first, it could have been purchased for 30 ticks, but later on, it was changed to 25 Robux due to tickets being removed in 2016. As of the new dynamic price floor update, the new price can range anywhere from 25 Robux to 95 Robux. The kitty ears have been purchased around 4 million times, and this hat has 593,720 favorites. Light bulb. A lamp in technical usage is a replaceable component such as an incandescent light bulb, which is designed to produce light from electricity. Light bulb is a hat that was put on the Roblox catalog on January 29, 2008. It was given to the participants of the Builderman's Place Design Contest. The Builderman's Place Design Contest was a building contest which began on January 20, 2008 and then ended on January 28th of the same year. The goal of the contest was to draw a place for Builderman. This was the first Roblox event of 2008. In order to join the contest, users had to draw their idea on paper and use a scanner in order to transfer it onto their computer. The file must then be emailed to event@roblox.com with the participant's username attached. The allowed file formats were JPG, JPEG, BMP, TGA, GIF, and PNG. There was a limit to 3 images per user. A couple of sentences about the submission were also encouraged so the judges could understand what they were looking at. The following winners' ideas were eventually built by builders and had their places installed on the Builderman account. They also received 3,000 Robux. Here were some of the team's games and some of the players who made them. Fort Towers Bridge Battle, designer Brian Redis, builders Intile, Game Hero, Muscle God, and PRG. Martian Invasion, designer Flamer 6777, builders reverse_polarity, G Django 136, Sirloin and Aactus, Roblox HQ 2.0 designer Koopa, the builders being Scorpio Pilot, MrDoomBringer, and Cole HO714, Elemental Lake, designer Rox25, builders R92, Andy Pimpkin, Ice128, and FF Josh. Ninjas vs Samurai Pagoda Battle, designer Twilla27, builder Tezuku, and scripter Game Hero. And Builderman's Vacation Sim, Relax and Survive, designer Weaselman50, building team Toddy, Chess123 Mate, Ganondude, Galleon, Weaselman50, Audio Boost, and Audio Emitter. All participants were awarded the light bulb. After the contest ended, later on October 15, 2009, the light bulb will become limited. The light bulb had 338 copies, with 171 being left on Roblox today. This hat is a lie. The hat is used in the popular games Make a Cake and Feed the Giant Noob and Make a Cake. The Cake Cat was awarded to those who participated during the 2008 food fight in the Sword Fight on the Heights original. The Cake Cat was released on January 29, 2008, then after going off sale. This item would previously go on sale for administrator birthdays, but then was later replaced by the Blue Steel birthday cake. The Cake Cat would go on sale again after a long time from April 25th, 2013 until April 26th, 2013, where it goes off sale again. The Cake Cat would get purchased 13,077 times and favorited 12,244 times. Official's Hat. Official's Hat is an item that came out on February 6, 2008. It may look like a low quality image, but in fact, it was a hat that would be for the Chinese New Year of 2008. It features a golden dragon on the hat and a red knitted button on the top. Before going off sale, this item could have been purchased for 100 tickets. After a while, Roblox decided to make this hat go limited, with it only being purchased 699 times. Today, there are 349 copies left on the market today. The 2008 Roblox visor is up next. This was the second item made for Roblox's visor series. A visor is a classic type of hat that was usually made for a brand new year or a certain type of celebration, such as the Halloween visor. These hats were very cheap and many players see these items as collectible. The 2008 visor could have been bought for 8 tickets before going off sale on January 1st of 2009. There were a total of 171,850 copies sold of this hat. The description of this hat is a reference to the 2008 financial crisis. This item is the only hat that is a part of the classic hat stack that is off sale. Open blue steel gift of long years. Next up we have our first gift box of 2008, being the open blue steel gift of long years. This item was given to any user that had logged onto their account on the day of February 29, 2008. What did the gift box open into on the day of March 6, 2008? We will come back to this one in a bit, but right now we're moving on to the Dusekkar. The Dusekkar is a hat that was made by Shedletsky on March 3rd of 2008. It was made for the legendary admin Matt Dusekkar. The hat was given to him for his honor in Roblox administration, which then became his signature hat. 2 years after its release in December of 2010, it was given out in the form of a gift box during the 2010 Giftsplosion event, namely the silver gift of surprise, with the gift box being able to be purchased for 10,000 Robux. In fact, the silver gift of surprise itself actually came out of another gift box that was purchasable for 20,000 Robux, named the glowing gold gift of super user. This hat has 2 retextures for it, named the Dusekkar and the Ghost Theory. A few months after the Dusekkar's release, flames would be added to the thumbnail of the hat, but they are not visible in-game. Originally, the only person that could have the in-game flame effects was Matt Dusekkar. This hat at one point also used to have a smoke effect, but later on it was disabled. There used to be a rumor about this hat that if a user had reached 10,000 forum posts on Roblox's old forum feature, then it would award the user the hat. But however, this idea was later deemed false. For unknown reason, on February 22nd of 2025, the fire particle inside was disabled, leading to the flame effect no longer appearing on players' thumbnails for their avatars or players wearing it. This will affect Matt Dusekkar's profile if he updates his avatar, but not in game, though, because the hat has a script in it that says it will enable the fire and smoke effect when Matt Dusekkar is wearing it. As of today, Dusekkar has only 285 copies that exist. Remember earlier when I asked the question, what did the gift box Open Blue Steel Gift of Long Years open into? Well, this is what it opened into. On March 6th, the Blue Steel Viking Helm of Infinite Pillage would come out of the Blue Steel Gift of Long Years. Its design is a Blue Steel Viking helmet with golden horns, front strap, and top spike. A sneak peek of this item could have been seen of this hat before it came to the catalog. If you could solve a small puzzle in Roblox's blog post, it would reveal an image of the hat. Later on, the Viking helm would go limited. There are around 12,000 copies of this hat still available to this day. Bunny Ears of Caprice. The Bunny Ears of Caprice is an item made by Shedletsky on March 17th of 2008 for the 2008 Extravaganza event. It was only given to a small select amount of users. On August 2nd of 2016, the ownership of this item was moved to the Roblox account. In-game, this item actually had a function. What was the function, you ask? Well, players who were not on this list of people right here would explode after 5 seconds. This was to ensure the player would not survive, as this was the standard time a force field would normally last for. All the admins who worn it at the time were allowed to wear it without exploding. Here's a quick list of all the players and admins this hat was allowed to be used by without exploding them. Shedletsky, Doc Strange, Reese McBlocks, Keith, Noob007, Builderman, David Dapazuki, Matt Dusekkar, Eric Castle, Koopa, Gamer3D, Cross Kildrestro, Stealth Pilot, FF Josh, MrDoomBringer, Coyote Dreaming, Point Fix, Clockwork, Aminus, Jacob XX Duel, Sirloin, Easter Bunny, ReWE, Rombomb, Wolfgirl12, Wukong, Sirloin. You might be wondering why this hat would explode anyone wearing it who wasn't on a list. Well, you see, this hat, like a teapot turret, upon wearing the hat, it would give tools to a player. These tools were used by the Roblox staff at the time to spawn in eggs manually in game. Due to scripting updates over the years, most of these scripts that spawn in eggs no longer work. Additionally, during the egg hunt, players who were on the list that were killed whilst wearing the hat during the designated hours would eventually drop the cracked egg of pinnage. Just like the teapot turret, players found a way to use the hat later on to cause chaos. From January 5th to January 12th of 2019, players could use the hat in Robloxian high school to blow up other players around them just by wearing the hat. Stationary egg of boring. Now we're moving on to each egg from the 2008 Extravaganza event. The stationary egg of boring was a hat that was released on March 18th of 2008. The way players obtained the egg was they would have to collect it while the egg was sitting idle. This was reportedly the easiest egg to obtain during the event. There is a much harder version of this egg to obtain that is a duplicate of this egg, this one being off sale and was only possible to obtain by participating in the testing of the 2010 egg hunt. The texture of the stationary egg of boring actually has a name, it being called Blue Robin. The stationary egg of boring eventually would go limited on September 22nd of 2011, with there being around 7,000 copies left of the item today. Wikipedian Egg of Alien Mind Control. The Wikipedian Egg of Alien Mind Control is a hat that was created on March 18th, 2008 for the Extravaganza event. This egg was made by Shedletsky as a fake egg to throw off Roblox players during the egg hunt. It was never obtainable. It was said later on that this egg was gonna be included during the 2018 egg hunt after completing it, but it was scrapped for unknown reasons. This is the only egg from the 2008 egg hunt that hasn't been obtainable yet. The tinfoil appearance of the egg is a reference to a belief that wearing tinfoil on your head prevents aliens from controlling your body. Blinking Egg of Relocation. The Blinking Egg of Relocation is a hat that came out on March 18th during the egg hunt. The way players obtained the hat was that players would need to collect it before it would teleport away from the player. On September 23rd of 2011, this item would go limited. As of today, there are around 3,500 copies of the egg left. Bouncing Egg of Boing Boing. Bouncing Egg of Boing Boing is an egg that was obtained during the egg hunt of 2008 and became available on March 18, 2008. During the event, players would have to obtain the egg while it was bouncing around, so most likely players would try to get this hat by jumping to get it. Later on, September 24th in 2011, the egg would become limited. The Bouncing Egg of Boing Boing has around 5,000 copies left in circulation today. Cracked Egg of Pinnage. This one is unique compared to the other 2008 eggs we've seen already. For one, it isn't just another classic egg mesh with a different texture. No, this hat features an egg crack design and is opened up as well. It also has no yolk. On March 18, 2008, this item would become available. Because this isn't your typical egg, the way you got this egg was very different from collecting other eggs. The way you got this egg was by killing a Roblox admin in-game. This item was originally only obtained 984 times before the egg hunt ended on September 22nd of 2011, when the cracked egg of pinnage would become limited. As of today, there are only around 569 copies left, with it selling often around the 20k Robux mark. Puzzling Egg of Enigma. The Puzzling Egg of Enigma was a hat that became available on March 18th. It could have been obtained by beating the egg at a game of chess to be able to get it. Players had to chat out a winning move in order to beat it. The Puzzling Egg of Enigma has 2,666 copies still left today. Next is the Golden Egg of Kings. In order to get this egg, players had to wear one of the following hats in order to be able to collect the egg. These were the Golden Crown, the IceCrown, Black Iron Crown of Pinnage, the Void Star, an in-game accessory with either the name Void Star or the word Crown in the name. When obtained, the Golden Egg of Kings would display a message, "All hail the king." If said player attempted to collect the egg without wearing any type of crown, the egg would respond with one of 12 different messages. "Don't touch me, pleb. You get away. I'm more royal than that. You smell like a peasant. Surf's up, frowny face. Have some class. Away, commoner. Guards! You dress like a serf. Go find the egg of not king. I'm the egg of kings. Convince me to go with you." Earlier cut lines of the egg included, "Go find the egg of poverty. I'm not for noobs. I'm the egg of kings, fool. You dress like a noob." This egg would go limited during July 12th of 2010 with 1,781 copies left of the egg today. Legendary Egg of Gigax. The Legendary Egg of Gigax is a hat that was published on Roblox on March 18th, 2008. Obtaining. The way players got this item was during the Egg Hunt 2008 event, was when a pair of dice would go green. Normally, it was red in game. It would only be green for a limited time, during when the number was facing upward, giving players a challenge in getting it. This item was normally in its obtainable form for only around a second, especially if the item was fast. Luckily, players could have stopped it at a wall. If you touched it while it was red, it would explode the player, but the egg itself wouldn't. This hat also made an appearance during the 2016 egg hunt as D20, a small die, and it was there for the player to get the mythical egg chemist egg. On June 20th, 2010, the legendary egg of Gygax would become limited, with there being around 1,400 copies left of this legendary item. Invisible Egg of Shadow. The Invisible Egg of Shadow comes up next. Appearance features a gray, slightly invisible egg that looks like smoke. During the Egg's Transvaganza event, users had to get the Invisible Egg of Shadow, while it would switch from being visible and invisible. The Invisible Egg of Shadow will go limited on September 22nd of 2011, and would have around 3,000 copies still available today. Bombastic Egg of Annihilation. Next up is a very awesome item named the Bombastic Egg of Annihilation. The Bombastic Egg of Annihilation would come out on March 18, 2008. The way players obtained this egg was you would need to collect it without it exploding you when it would spawn in. It would shoot homing rockets at the player. If you got close to the egg, it would make an explosion with a pretty big radius, and as long as you collect it while avoiding both of its deadly attacks, the player would get the Bombastic Egg of Annihilation. On March 12th of 2012, the Bombastic Egg of Annihilation would go limited, and as of today, there are only 1,177 copies left in circulation to this day. Kind Egg of Sharing. The Kind Egg of Sharing was released on March 18, 2008. During this event, 3 players were required to touch the Kind Egg of Sharing for it to become collectible. On September 22nd of 2011, the Kind Egg of Sharing went limited, with it having 3,500 copies left today. Vanwood Egg of Zomygod. The Vanwood Egg of ZOMG came out on March 18, 2008 for the egg hunt. The name ZOMG in the egg's name is purposely misspelled name of OMG. This is explained by the fact that Roblox at the time attempting to mimic the culture at the time. An example of this phenomenon was when Roblox released a phase named ZOMygod that would release a year later. For this egg, players would need to wait for the egg to shrink to normal size, then touch it in order to obtain it. The egg would start out as a really huge egg, but slowly over time would shrink down. If a player touched the egg before it became its normal size, then the egg would kill the player. Vanwood Egg of ZOMG would go limited on September 22nd, 2011, and there would be 1,474 copies left of the item today. Blue Steel Egg of Genius. The Blue Steel Egg of Genius is a hat that would come out of the Roblox catalog on March 19, 2008. This was originally a fake egg for the 2008 egg hunt, but it would later on be changed to be a reward for the Rotress event in November 2008. This hat was awarded to all players who had achieved a score of 150 or more on hard difficult. It would later go limited on May 30th, 2010. This egg was used in an exploit which made it so any account below user ID 11,577 was awarded the item by the Nikayah exploit. The same issue had happened to the rusty Tetramo of Competence, the silver Tetramo of Accomplishment, as well as the gold Tetramo of Mastery. Because of this, the hats have become infamously associated with the active password guessing because of many accounts unfortunately falling victim to this practice, often wearing them. Because of those exploits, there are around 15,000 copies that were quote-unquote obtained, and now there are 5,807 copies left of them today. Tiny Egg of Non-Existence. Even though this egg's texture is a recolor of the Blue Steel Egg of Genius, this Tiny Egg of Non-Existence may have been planned to use a unique texture. The egg is not in fact invisible, but rather small and located inside a user's head. It's only visible by clipping the camera inside a user's head in a game, or when wearing certain heads, such as a headless head or pea-brain. Tiny Egg of Non-Existence is a hat that was uploaded by Shedletsky on March 18, 2008 for the Egg's Transvaganza event. It was created specifically to create a fake egg in order to throw off players, making them waste time trying to figure out how to get it. Before being unattainable, now players were able to get it via the Metaverse Champions Hub by completing a secret quest in the event. Green Banded Top Hat. Green Banded Top Hat is a hat that was published in the catalog on March 25th, 2008. It was available for 3,000 Robux before going limited during the Memorial Day 2016 sale. Only 18,346 copies were sold after the sale had ended, and it is the third variant of the banded top hat series. As of today, there are around 10,500 copies left of this iconic Roblox hat. Verified sign. The verified sign is a hat that was put onto Roblox on March 26, 2008. It was given to users who got their email verified before being discontinued on February 8, 2013. Users who verified their Roblox account now received a replacement for this item, being the verified bonafide platified. This sign is a retexture of the LOL sign and the Happy 100k Day hat. I feel personally validated by this hat. Dusekkar. Dusekkar is a hat that was uploaded on March 27th of 2008. It is still available in the marketplace today and can be purchased from 89 to 95 Robux. Shades. That's right. Shades, not clockwork shades, just shades. Shades is a face accessory that was originally published by Clockwork on March 28th of 2008, but then had its ownership status moved to the Roblox account. This item is a part of the Clockwork Shades series and is intended just to be solely for Clockwork's main avatar. Then 10 users were awarded it, with many of them being Roblox admins, but a few were users who were selected for unknown reasons. This is a private version of the Clockwork Shades, and the limited version of these were not published until a full year later, so I guess these will have to wait until I make the complete history of every Roblox hat from 2009. Wait, maybe we'll see about that. Anyways, on to the next item. Football helmet. Football helmet is next, being created on March 31st of 2008. The football helmet is an item that had been purchased for 102 ticks before it go off sale during the 2013 Black Friday sale. This item has sold over 132,643 times according to a web archive of the item. This hat has another version that was made by Clockwork and uploaded on the same day, but if you try to look at the item on Roblox today, this version of the item is broken and can't be loaded onto the website without it taking you back to the home screen of Roblox. Golden Teapot of Pinnage. It is whispered that if 1337 people buy this hat, the Great Clockwork shall return, next week, and lead his people to the promised land. Thus spake Telamon upon April Fool's Day. What are the odds that he is serious? The Golden Teapot of Pinnage is a hat that was created by Clockwork and was published on April 1st of 2008 for April Fool's Day that year. You could have purchased this hat for 13,337 tickets before going limited on December 13, 2010. This item originally had 1,439 copies created, but now there's only 713 copies left in today's marketplace. Mining Helmet. The Mining Helmet is a hat that was created on April 3rd of 2008. It can still be purchased today for 550 Robux. This item description is a reference to the popular MMORP game RuneScape. During 2019, the sales data for this item was last listed as being purchased 4,437 times. Party Hat. The Party Hat is a hat that was published onto the Roblox catalog on April 20th, 2008. Where it was a prize for the Spring Block Party event, and it could have been obtained just by entering the contest. The Spring Block Party lasted from April 9th, 2008 to April 28th, 2008. All users had to do was create items, places, and or art in order to receive items. They would all be judged by the admin to decide a winner. Teddy Bear Hat. The Teddy Bear Hat was created on April 8th of 2008. It was a grand prize for the winners of the Spring Block Party event. Before going limited, it was available for a short while, being priced at 10,000 tickets. Only 782 of them were sold before going off sale. As of today, there are only 352 copies left of this forgotten relic. PhD Hat. Next up is the PhD Hat. The PhD Hat was uploaded on May 18th of 2008. This item is the first of many graduation hats uploaded to Roblox, with this one being purchased 14,467 times and favorited 2,985 times. Security Camera. The Security Camera is a hat that was published under the catalog on July 26, 2008. This item was originally won by the winners of the Funny Movie contest. This item would later go on back on sale during the Labor Day 2017 sale for 2 hours for a cost of 5,000 Robux. Despite Roblox stating in a blog that this hat would never go on sale again, it still came back. Apparently, this decision was made due to a community vote to bring it back during the sale. This item would get 349 sales during the time period it went back on sale. A Crown of Warlords. Next up is a Crown of Warlords. The Crown of Warlords is a hat that was uploaded to the website on June 3rd, 2008. When the item first came out, it was on sale for 50,000 tickets. That is equivalent to 5,000 Robux. During early 2008, this item was actually the most expensive ticket hat available at the time, but more newer items took its place, and therefore this hat would lose that title. During the time this hat was on sale for, this item would get 1,056 copies purchased. Today, 428 copies remain. The NetHack Man Pages is an item that was made by Roblox and released on June 23rd of 2008. NetHack is an open source roguelike video game. It was first released in 1987 and is maintained by the NetHack dev team. This game is a software fork of the 1982 game named Hack. This game was inspired by the 1980 game named Rogue. On the back of the book it reads, 1,200 pages of instructions on how to compile and play NetHack. Read it or be eaten by Gru. On the book's side it says, NetHack User Manual. The Lolcat Bible. The Lolcat Bible is an item that was first uploaded by Clockwork to the catalog on July 2nd of 2008. Later on, the ownership was changed to the Roblox account due to the admin Clockwork no longer working at Roblox. This hat had two ways to obtain it. First way was if you had LOL spelled as LUL, and or 707 on your profile on July 2nd, 2008. Second way was you could get it by buying it for 707 ticks before it would go off sale on an unknown date. Before going off sale, this hat had been obtained 369 times. Next up is Uncle Sam's Top Hat. This hat was uploaded on July 2nd of 2008 for 500 Robux and can still be purchased today. The next hat is another American themed item, being the USA baseball cap. This cap was uploaded on July 3rd, 2008. This item is a retexture of the red baseball cap. This hat was purchased 6,982 times before going off sale sometime later on an unknown date. The Golden Robloxian. The Golden Robloxian is an item that was published on Roblox on July 8th of 2008. This item was originally could have been won as a prize in the Action Adventure Movie Contest for 5 Best Motion Picture Awards and the 3 Best Acting Awards along with 1,000 Robux. The Golden Robloxian was given out to 35 people in total, went limited on an unknown date. This hat is often a reference to awards like the Oscars, where people are awarded for their impressive work. After the item event ended and it went off sale, the item would have 46 owners in total, there being 12 copies of the hat still lurking around today with an estimated value of 2,200,000 Robux. Red Banded Top Hat. Red Banded Top Hat is an item that is a part of the Banded Top Hat series. It was created on July 16, 2008. This item was awarded to players who would help the admins in finding or fixing platform issues. Users were encouraged to submit a glitch or bug to www.roblox.com/support if they found one. If users submit a more serious issue or a programming bug, then they are rewarded the Boss White Hat instead. Next item up is an item named the Black Iron Ring of Olympia. It was uploaded to Roblox on July 31st of 2008. Players could obtain it during the Olympics contest, in which the players needed to favorite 5 of the Olympic Games from other players. It was sold for 750 Robux as well. Before Roblox changed their requirements during the contest, the way players used to get the ring was you would need to earn 100 or more visits on your game to get it, which in 2008 standards, that just seemed unforgiving. The Black Iron Ring of Olympia is only one of 5 in the series to go limited, which happened on October 22nd of 2012. There were first 402 copies that were obtained, but now there are around 200 copies left. Next is the Blue Steel's Ring of Olympia. This item came from the same contest that the last ring item came from. This one was obtained by having 20 or more favorites on your game to be rewarded the item. Also during this item's release on July 31st of 2008, players could have purchased the hat as well for 500 Robux before going off sale on August 31st of 2008. Only 357 copies of this item were earned and sold before going off sale. Next is another ring, named the Golden Ring of Olympia. This hat was put on the marketplace on July 31st of 2008. You could get it through the Olympics contest. The way players got this ring was to have at least 5 favorites on their game to win the prize. Players could have also bought it for 200 Robux before going off sale a month later. This item would end up getting 1,531 copies sold before going off sale. Most users associate this hat's appearance with a golden ring in the various Sonic the Hedgehog franchises. Vanwood Ring of Olympia. Next is another ring that was released on July 31st, 2008, named the Vanwood Ring of Olympia. This item was a prize that was awarded to all the players who would take part in the Olympics contest. Upon release, it would also go on sale for 50 Robux until it went off sale. Only 2,067 copies were sold before it did. Now this is quite an awesome ring. This has the Awesome Ring of Olympia. This awesome ring was released on July 31st for the Olympics contest. The way players got this item was by having 100 or more favorites on their game in order to be rewarded this prize. This hat would also go on sale for 2,000 Robux upon its release, so only going off sale 1 month later, and at the time, with the expensive price, it only sold 64 copies. This item is the last and most rarest Olympic ring made and sold for the contest before it ended. Roebuck, How Education Determines Future Success. Brilliant author describes getting a good education has led to fame, personal fulfillment, and huge piles of Robux littering his front lawn. This book was published by Roblox on October 3rd of 2008, and it was a grand prize for the winners of the Roblox School Project contest. Buy my book, I Need a New Yacht. Ooh-wee, we have a doozy one. Up next is the infamous DoomBringer's DoomBringer. The DoomBringer's DoomBringer is a legendary hat that was made on October 3rd of 2008 and was given to MrDoomBringer as well as a few other staff members and certain players. This hat, just like the bunny ears of Caprice, would give MrDoomBringer some of the most overpowered and crazy tools known to any Roblox player. One of the tools allowed MrDoomBringer to summon a meteor at will, which exploded on impact. There was another tool that allowed MrDoomBringer to summon in lightning onto other players to attack them. Here's a list of all the players who got this item and the ones who lost it later on. Shedletsky from 2008. MrDoomBringer 2008, SlingshotJunkie from 2014, Merly from 2015, Beaujibby from 2015, deleted for unknown reasons, AlexValentinoCrown from 2016, deleted for scamming, Jiquor from 2016, deleted for buying an account, the asset ID was later removed altogether, H20XKQ from 2016, deleted for being compromised, and the asset ID was later removed, Alzavola from an unknown date, deleted for being compromised, and the asset ID was later removed. Next is a hat named the Dark Seed the Fallen. This hat was uploaded to Roblox on October 31st of 2008. It could have been purchased for, get this, 100,000 ticks during each month of October from 2008 to 2011 for a limited time. This item would later go on and become limited on October 2nd of 2012. There were a total of 930 copies purchased, and now there are 409 copies still floating around on Roblox. The Riddling Skull. The Riddling Skull was uploaded to Roblox on October 9th of 2008. This item was a prize for players who found it in Yorick's resting place at the end of a cave below the mansion. This item would later go limited on October 10th of 2009. This hat was created for Yorick, an account that was created by the Roblox admins just to store the event. Because of this, the Yorick account was the first account to obtain the Riddling Skull. This hat was created and designed by the Roblox admin FF Josh. The hat was based on Hamlet, a tragedy written by William Shakespeare. Two different retextures of this hat exist, a green and black retexture called the Grim Glow, and a dark retexture called the Nor Riddling Skull. Sometimes, players would receive multiple skulls by accident. For instance, SSB4, Tumunga, Gunlaga01, and Wayfinder all have 2 skulls, while user Wet n Wild has 8. A user who was named Nikayah had discovered a vulnerability in 2008 that would allow him to make several different working hat givers, including the infamous Riddling Skull. After everything was said and done, there were a total of 40,748 copies of the Riddling Skull, with there now being around 22,000 copies that still remain. If there's ever a hat that screams, "ZOMG, buy me," this is it. No kidding, this gift really does scream. It's kind of creepy actually. The Open Spooky Gift of Halloween is a gift box that was uploaded on October 9th of 2008. It could have been purchased for 250 Robux before going off sale. This gift box was purchased 3,919 times. So what item came out of this gift box? Who knows? Next is the Orange Winter Cap. The Orange Winter Cap was sold on October 21st, 2008 for 65 ticks before it would go off sale, then on sale again on October 27, 2009, before going off sale on the 31st of that same year. And during the 2015 Black Friday sale, it would go on sale again for 175 Robux. The orange winter cap has been purchased 14,099 times. The sapphire eye is next, with it being a retexture of the original emerald eye. It features a blue iris instead of the green one. This eyeball would go on sale on October 21st of 2008 and was purchased for 85 Robux. It would later go off sale on November 1st, 2008, and would have a total of 2,397 copies sold, with there being 1,258 copies available today. This item is also based upon the real human eye, Halloween sombrero. Next up is the Halloween sombrero. The Halloween sombrero is a retextured version of the normal sombrero hat from 2007. This hat came out on October 21st, 2008, and would be available for 500 Robux until it would go off sale on November 1st, 2008. It would go limited on an unknown date. This hat had 656 copies sold before going off sale. Now there are 365 copies still around. Hockey mask is next. This item came out on October 28th of 2008. How did players get this item? I wonder. Well, remember earlier when we saw that Halloween gift box? That's right. For 250 Robux, you would obtain this hockey mask from the spooky gift of Halloween. Then surprisingly, this item would go on sale upon release for 40,000 ticks. Only 18 people bought it for that price, before going off sale on November 1st, 2008. This accessory's original texture was a reference to Jason Voorhees of the Friday the 13th franchise. The texture for the original hockey mask appears to be taken from the factory image of a Friday the 13th Jason Deluxe adult mask, manufactured by Rubies. On March 8th, 2021, the hockey mask mesh and texture changed for some reason. Roblox is scared because they took the copyright design in 2008, and that would come back to get them for it. It's unknown whether there was even a copyright takedown request. This change of course led to criticism from the majority of the players who owned the mask, due to how unappealing the texture was, and the lost interest in the item, especially by the trading community. Most owners started to lowball it and sell it under its wrap, with this taking place from March 1st, 2021 to July 7th, 2022. The item lowered dramatically, being as expensive as 45k to now with it only really sitting around 4.5k. The hockey mask had a total of almost 4,000 copies, with it now hovering around 1,971 copies. Next up is the Happy Time Magic Flower Hat. Oh god. This hat became available on October 28, 2008. It could have been purchased for 10,001 Robux before going off sale. The sad truth about this hat is now its reputation is ruined due to it being worn by the YouTuber Kaneko Kitten due to the allegations against him. This hat would go limited on June 22nd, 2013 with a total of 566 copies being obtained. Now there are just 221 copies left of this thing. White Witch Hat. Next up is the White Witch Hat. This is a retexture of the Witch Hat. The White Witch Hat is a hat that would go on the market on October 31st of 2008. During that time, it could have been purchased for 300 Robux. Back in the day, during November 2009, Roblox ran an advertisement for this hat, marketing the hat with the tagline, "White is the new black." This item sold around 5,000 copies or so, with there now being around 3,000 copies left of this hat still left in stock. Gold Buckle Captain. Next up is the Gold Buckle Capotine. This item is designed similar to that of the Pilgrim hat from 2007, except that the buckle is gold. The Gold Buckle is a hat that was made on November 21st, 2008, and could have been purchased for 165 Robux before going on sale and going limited sometime later. This hat has 1,700 copies that were sold, with there being 926 copies that still remain. Next is the Rohawk Brave headgear. This item could have been purchased for 80 Robux while being exclusive to Builders Club until it would go off sale on November 1st of 2010. Before going off sale, it had been purchased 3,288 times, and this hat only has 851 favorites. Rusty Tetramo of Competence. Next up are the items that would come from the Roadtrip event, with the first one being named the Rusty Tetramo of Competence. This item came out on November 25th of 2008. It was awarded 18,469 times, and it was given to players who achieved a score of 100 plus on easy difficulty mode. At some point, this item would go limited in January of 2010. All accounts of the user ID below 11,567 were awarded this item by Nikayah via exploits. And the same thing had happened to the Silver Tetramo of Accomplishment, the Gold Tetramo of Mastery, as well as the Blue Steel Egg of Genius. Silver Tetramo of Accomplishment. Next we have the Silver Tetramo of Accomplishment. This item came out on November 25th of 2008 and was redeemed 16,103 times. It was awarded to players who had gotten a score of 100 plus on the medium difficulty during the Roadtrip event. It would go limited in January 2010. Gold Tetramo of Mastery, the final and last of the Tetris event. The last item from this event is a Gold Tetramo of Mastery. This item was put on the catalog on November 25th, 2008, and it was given to players who got 100 points in the hard difficulty during the Roadtrip event. It would go limited during January 2010, and it was obtained 16,425 times. Black Tricorn. Next up is the Black Tricorn. This hat came out on November 26, 2008, during which it could have been purchased for 200 Robux, before going off sale and becoming limited. There are 4,843 copies that were initially sold, and now there are just about 3,000 copies still around. Ninja Mask of Light. The Ninja Mask of Light hat comes next. This item came out on November 26, 2008, and it could have been purchased for 80 ticks before tickets would be discontinued. This item would end up going off sale on April 14th of 2016. This item is a retexture of the Ninja Mask of Shadows. This accessory, when worn, actually makes it so that when worn in game, you'd have the firing cooldown of the Silver Ninja Star of the Brilliant Light gear. This hat would end up selling 1,017,645 times before being taken off sale. Impossible Egg of Genius. Remember when I mentioned this hat earlier on in the video? This one being called the Impossible Egg of Genius. This item was put on the marketplace on November 27, 2008. The way players got this item was by taking part in egg tests for the 2010 egg hunt. I think this egg was originally created as a fake egg for the 2008 hunt, but it came back to the select few who played these alpha tests for the 2010 egg hunt. This egg uses the same texture as the stationary egg of Boring, and the egg was initially uploaded for the Roadtrip event. The name used to be entirely lurking, with the description of the hat being used to read, "It's over 150. Referencing the score needed to earn the Blue Steel Egg of Genius. While multiple users have earned the egg during the Roadtrip event, there's no confirmed source as to how these copies were obtained. While somehow multiple users have earned the egg during the Roadtrip event, there is no confirmed source as to how these copies were obtained. This egg is currently the only known egg from the 2010 Extravaganza to not be currently limited. Cool Snowman Head. Next up is the Cool Snowman Head. This hat was uploaded to the Roblox catalog on November 27th of 2008. This item could have been obtained by entering in the Winter Playland Building Contest in late 2008. This would go limited on a later date, and a total of 15,827 copies were made, with there being 9,457 still available today. Open Crimson Gift of Good Citizenship. Next up is a gift box, Open Crimson Gift of Good Citizenship, with this one being created on December 4th, 2008. If you logged on to Roblox during December 2008, inside you find the racing helmet. Open Chancy Gift of Rochambeau. Next up is another gift box, aptly named the Open Chancy Gift of Rochambeau. This hat was also uploaded on December 4th, 2008. This item could have been obtained if a user had the word paper somewhere on their blurb, or you could have bought it for 333 Robux. This gift box would open up and turn into the scissors item. Open Lucrative Gift of Mercantilism. Next up is one of my favorite gift boxes. I remember really wanting to get this gift box during 2016 Roblox, even though I didn't even know it was impossible to get at that point. The Open the Lucrative Gift of Mercantilism was uploaded on December 8, 2008. The way to get this gift box? This fabulous gift was awarded to every capitalist who completed at least one trade on the Roblox system, or called the Robux Exchange/Trade system. A gift wrapped in money? Now that's classy. It's going to be ironic when you see what is inside. Well, it was going to be a bailout plan. Then I decided that was lame, so you get a vortex of money instead. That's the change we need. Inside, it would open to reveal the Giftsplosion. Next up is another legendary item from Roblox's past. The name, you ask? Well, its name is the Crown of the Dark Lord of SQL. This hat was created by Shedletsky and was published to the marketplace on December 8, 2008. This amazing item was given and created solely in order to give the Roblox admin at the time, namely Noob007, This hat is a retexture of another item we covered earlier on the list, named the Crown of Warlords. Description of the hat states, select star from where users wear account ID equals 111627. Who is Noob007? This item was not just given to him. Oh no, come on, you know how these stories go. They were given to 4 other Roblox users who are either a popular admin or someone who helped Roblox find glitches. Here's the users. Shedletsky, 2008. Win. User deleted his inventory on March 1st, 2015, and he had it since 2009. UnderworldRuler. User was framed by the community, and he also got it in 2009. AlexValentinoCrown. User is terminated for black market deals and account theft, and he for some reason got it in 2017. Opened Neon Gift of Self-Actualization. The Open Neon Gift of Self-Actualization was a hat that was uploaded on December 9, 2008. The way players would get this gift box was if they had posted a comment on the item's page before the deadline. This gift box would open up to reveal the Thought Fortress. The Open Neon Gift of Self-Actualization would stop being available on December 24, 2008. This gift box is another one of my favorite gift box designs. This one is the Open Tragic Gift of Reparation. Tell him is sorry for bloxing you. Here's something shiny. Inside you find the helm of a flashing bolt. This gift box was awarded to users who would get blocked by Shedletsky. Other than that, users could have purchased this gift box for 500 Robux, and before going off sale, it would be purchased 2,001 times before going off sale on the same day it was for sale. The Open Royal Gift of Kings is up next, and was uploaded into the Roblox Marketplace on December 12, 2008. The way users would obtain this gift box? Well, I'll just let the description tell you. And other royalty. To get this gift, you had to own one or more of the following: Gold Crown, Void Star, Crown of the Warlords, Princess Hat, Tiara, the Golden Egg of Kings, the IceCrown, or the Domino Crown. There is no way to get this gift by buying one of these hats in the future. This is serious bling in this box. Inside you find the golden top hat of Bling Bling. Figures. This gift box could have been purchased for 1,000 Robux before going off sale on Christmas of 2008. Only 746 people would end up getting this gift box item. Next up is the last gift box item of 2008, with this one being released on December 16, 2008. Players could have gotten the open barrel gift of Ambassador by having the Inviter badge in their profile before December 18th of 2008. This badge indicated that the user would have had 3 or more users invited them through the new, at the time, Ambassador program. This gift box would open up to reveal the Ice Skull of Nevermore. During the time the gift was still obtainable, Roblox had run an advertisement for this gift box. The ad showed an inverted inviter symbol, the Roblox logo, and the teal arrow. And the infamous item, the blockhead. Yes, that's right. This year, the year 2008, Roblox would start uploading different heads for the Roblox community at the time. That's right, does anybody else remember these things starting in 2009? I thought so too, but now on the item page itself, it says that it was made on December 17, 2008. I guess I have this Mandela effect in my brain that tells me Roblox heads, oh yeah, that's a 2009 feature. But I guess since December is so close to 2009, the year 2008 was completely wiped from my head. Wait a minute, well, my head? Roblox head? Comment down below if you also experience this weird Mandela effect, as well if you somehow are still watching. Thank you for making this far in my video. Anyways, where were we? Oh yeah, that's right, Blockhead. The Blockhead was a head that was purchased for free. With that being said, it sold 26,671,677 times and favorited 209,753 times. It is the second best-selling head out of all of them. This item is often used by trollers and scammers. This head has 2 different hats that were made for it. They are the Blockhead baseball cap and Sorcus's lightning fedora. Roundy. Roundy is another free head that was uploaded into the catalog on Roblox on December 17, 2008. It used to cost 5 Robux, but it is now free. Due to it being an older head, it has been associated with old Roblox avatars, especially the avatars of new users, due to its free status on the website. It is often used as a hat for the Roblox myth named 1x1x1. Trim. Trim is another head that was uploaded to Roblox on December 17, 2008. This head used to cost 10 Robux, but is now free. Octoblocks. The description for this is 8 words long. The Octoblox is the first head of many to not be obtainable anymore. It used to be sold for 88 Robux before going off sale on January 16th, 2017. This item being made on December 17, 2008 would be obtained 10,341 times before going off sale. Hex. Hex is another classic head. This one was uploaded on December 9th, 2008. And it could have been purchased for 62 Robux before going off sale on January 16th, 2017. This head would have been purchased 134,127 times. Rocks Box is next. The Rocks Box is a beveled block head. It could have been obtained for a cost of 250 Robux and was able to be purchased from December 17, 2008 all the way till January 16, 2017. In that time, the head was only purchased 6,942 times. Eraser Head. Eraser Head was uploaded on December 17, 2008 and it only cost 25 Robux until it would go off sale on January 16, 2017. During that time, it had been purchased 29.6k thousand times. This head is also very similar to Trim without the edges beveled. Barrel. Barrel is a head that was published onto the marketplace by Roblox on December 17, 2008, where it could have been purchased for 800 Robux before going off sale. This item was reported to only have 769 copies that were purchased. Cylinder Madness. When you've lived long in the madness, 500 Robux starts to sound like a bargain. The Cylinder Madness was a head that was uploaded on December 17, 2008, and it could have been bought for 500 Robux until going off sale in early 2017. Roll. Roll is a head that was put on the Roblox marketplace on December 17, 2008, where it could have been bought for 15 Robux before going off sale in early 2017. Flat Top. The Flat Top is a head that was uploaded on December 17, 2008, was available for 50 Robux and then going off sale. The description of this head is a reference to how this head is almost perfectly spherical, like how a future head is that will be coming up soon. Cool Thing. Cool Thing is another head that was uploaded to the catalog on December 17th of 2008, where it could have been bought for 100 Robux, before going off sale on January 16, 2017. During its time on the marketplace, it was purchased 12,519 times before going off sale. Perfection. The ideal platonic solid. It's not for noobs. Remember the flat top just a couple seconds ago? Well, this is a head that it was referencing. Ah yes, Perfection. The Perfection was uploaded onto the catalog for 2,000 Robux, with this price being the most expensive out of all the heads so far. And before it would go off sale on January 16, 2017, it was purchased 3,716 times. A Racing Helmet. Okay, I get it, enough with the heads. Next is a Racing Helmet. The Racing Helmet was a hat, not head, that was uploaded onto Roblox on December 19, 2008. This was the time that the item came out from the Crimson Gift of Good Citizenship. This hat is often used by the Formula 1 and NASCAR fans on Roblox. But more recently, the Ultimate Competition Racing Helmet is often more commonly used due to it being cheaper. The mesh of this hat was created by Krust Kilderstrove, a former 3D artist who created many Roblox hats from 2007 to 2009. There were a total of 115,108 copies sold for the Racing Helmet, and now there are around 66,000 copies left. Tix Explosion. Ah, the Tix Explosion. I remember this item used to be one of my favorite items back in the day, because back then, after the Tixpalooza event had ended, the Tix were removed, and there were pretty much no Tix items left on the Roblox catalog. And so because of that, I bought one of them for when they were sold for cheap back then. I remember it used to get so much attention from newer Roblox players during 2016 to 2018 because the majority of them didn't know it was a limited. I remember them saying, "Oh my god, you got a Tix item, no way." Meanwhile, most of them thought it was a rare off sale from the 2016 event. Since how similar it looks to those items, especially the dual Tix Explosion, the Tix Explosion was released on December 22nd of 2008, and it came out of the lucrative gift of mercantilism. Then later on, it was turned into a limited item in April 2015. The Tix Explosion hat would have 35,922 copies made, and 20,842 copies that are still around today. Thought Fortress. The Thought Fortress is an item that came out of the neon gift of self-actualization, and was made on December 24th of 2008. Then later on, this item would go limited on an unknown date, where 7,508 copies were sold, with it still being 4,130 copies still floating around. Scissors is up next. This item would come out on December 3rd of 2008. The scissors unboxed from the chancy gift of Rochambeau. Later on May 30th, 2016, this hat would go limited. It would have 6,860 copies made. Today, there are 3,518 copies available in the market. The next item to come out on December 23rd of 2008 would be the Helm of the Flashing Bolt. This hat is a third item that came from the Elemental Helm series. The Helm of the Flashing Bolt would be unboxed from the tragic gift of Reparations. Later on an unknown date, this item would go limited with around 6,600 copies made. And there are around 3,600 copies of the hat that exists today. The next item is an item I've always wanted on Roblox, but each time I consider the price too high. This item being the Ice Skull of Nevermore. This hat came out of the barrel gift of Ambassador on December 23rd of 2008, and on October 6, 2009, this hat would go limited with 4,277 copies that were obtained at first, but now there are 2,429 copies of this hat left on the Roblox catalog today. This item has a fiery textured version of the hat named the Fire Skull of Evermore. Roblox even made this version hard to obtain. You would have to get the exact chaser code from a Roblox toy code, and even then the chaser code could have been something different entirely. We are now on to the last and final hat that was made in 2008. This one is the Golden Top Hat of Bling Bling. The Golden Top Hat of Bling Bling was released on December 24th, 2008, and will come out of the gift box Royal Gift of Kings. This hat is seen being worn by the character Mr. Bling Bling, aka the Bobucks Man, and or Bling Square. This man can be seen on the page where Roblox players can purchase Robux on the website. In 2013, there's a remixed version made of a hat named the Copper Hat of Sense. This version can still be bought today as a limited. The Golden Top Hat of Bling Bling would become limited on a later date with 6,074 copies being obtained, with there now only being around 3,282 copies that are left of today. There you have it. That was a complete history of every Roblox hat from 2008. Let me know if I should do this again, and also, here's my tier list in case you were wondering.